President John Mahama toured several flood-prone areas including Achimota, Mallam Junction, Kaneshi First Light and Odaw Drain at Circle as part of efforts to tackle flooding in Accra. He was accompanied by members of the Anti-Flood Task Force chaired by Deputy Chief of Staff and Task Force Head Stan Dogbe. At Mallam Junction, Stan Dogbe expressed concerns over a private business, Kitech Motors, illegally filling a Ramsar site and a water retention basin, warning that it could worsen flooding after heavy rains.
So you are selling the Ramsar site to a private company, and you are here to defend the fact that the company is filling the place up and causing problems. And you want us to continue listening. Mr. President, I think that the task force has we've gone around with hydrology, we've gone around with water resources, we've gone around with irrigation. The challenge here is that the over 1 field that is, which is being filled consistently by the company, two companies here and then at the VIP on the other side. They are the ones that are closing up the retention. So if you go to Blue Lagoon, which we have to drive through the other, every house there, the water enters into the river. Every house. So most of it is green from the last rain that the drain that President Mills constructed it's choked right there because the water can't flow into the city. So if the chiefs sold the land to the private companies, they should not be defending the fact that they sold land and somebody is dredging a small piece. Because the effect is not going to do it. As Mr. Malcolm said the last time, we can do all the work that we are currently doing up there. If this siltation continues, then you can see that they are going.
In response, President Mahama ordered Kitech Motors to remove the silt and restore the area to prevent further environmental damage.
Because they are creating distraction for other people's properties and even loss of lives. Sometimes when it floods heavily, we lose human lives. And so it's not because we don't have a sympathy for people like that, but we must enforce the bylaws. And the point is, the assembly here, how did you sit and allow this to happen? Can you imagine the volume of water that this place alone can hold when it rains? And so if you fill it up and you say there should just be a drain passing through, the drain cannot contain that water. And so let's do what we have to do. They should remove all this and it should be at the cost of the people who did it. They should take this back where they brought it from.
Thank you. The tour continued at the Kaneshi First Light, where the president urged contractors to speed up drainage works ahead of the rainy season. Finally, at the Odaw Drain, President Mahama called on the dredging contractors to accelerate their work to mitigate flood risks.
These garage projects for desilting the major drains were given since last year. It is clear that all of them are behind schedule. And from what I have seen, these drains are not going to be ready before the rains open up. And if they aren't, it means that we must expect that there will be severe flooding this season. I would have thought that the contractors will take advantage of the dry season and work as quickly as possible so that we would have been ahead with these projects by now. But unfortunately, that hasn't happened. And so we just have to caution citizens of Accra that there's going to be severe flooding because of the delay in these projects. But we have to do everything to alleviate destruction of property and loss of life as much as possible. But I've charged the Garage Secretariat and the Hydrology Section and the Ministry to pay constant attention to make sure that all the projects that have been awarded under Garage to make Accra resilient from flooding are speeded up as quickly as possible so that we can minimize